Shilpa, doing my CC3. Let me start with a small experiment. I have a box over here and few things. Okay, I want my friend to help me because I'm trying, I'm unable to fit this thing inside. Okay, let me see if she can help me out. Jyoti, can you please help me with this?
No space.
Jyoti says there's no space, Shilpa. I don't have space enough to fit this in. What do I do now? So now, let me come to the topic that I'm going to talk to you about. As we saw, the small box, it doesn't have space to put in all the things that I have. Let it be the small box. Let it be a wardrobe at your home. Let it be the workstation that you work at, the desk that you work at. Any point of time, if you look around, you will see things lying down there, as we see over here as well. The number of things that are lying down. I would like to share an incident at home. I have a little kid of 1 year who is around me everywhere, wherever I go in my house. That's the habit of that he has. So, I know that he'll be playing and I'll keep a watch on him. And there comes Diwali. I went out shopping. I got lots of clothes and new bags and everything possible for my kids, for myself. And went to the wardrobe and just tried to balance the new bags, because there was a heap lying there for me to arrange. But somehow I placed it, I tried to balance it. Came back and as usual busy with work. So got to the chores, and the next day morning I'm hurrying up, I'm rushing for work. And then I hear a sound. Oh my God, I'm like, where is this little one? Not to be seen. I go running to the bedroom, see the wardrobe open and a heap of clothes. And this little one, some sound and not to be seen, but still. And I see the heap, I'm like, this is the height. I have to do something about this. I have to arrange these things well so that there's no more trouble caused. And I decide that yes, things are meant to be kept in a way, in a proper way, so that we get our things easily, and these things, the small accidents that happen can be avoided. Now, when we talk about such things happening, we trying to collect things of these heaps of clothes lying, why does this happen? I tried to analyze, and in the research, I studied about it, and the research says that there was an auction which was held, and participants in that auction were given coffee mugs to hold. Few of the participants were allowed to hold it for a longer time compared to the other people who were not given it. It was just for a short period that they were allowed to hold the mugs. And eventually the result, what was seen was the people who held those mugs for a longer time were willing to pay 60% more of money compared to the other half. Now, what do we understand from this? The more you held things close to you, or with more for the longer time, you end up giving more value to it. It's of more value for us. That's how the human understands it. Also, a study that was done, a research was done, that our brain has stimulus that we feel, the reflexes that happen. If you have a cut on your finger, a paper cut maybe, or when you have a hot coffee, the reflex that goes to the brain, it lightens up 2 points in your brain. The points are anterior cingulate cortex and insula. These are the 2 points in your brain which tells you that yes, you've got a cut, it's paining. Now, when you have to give away something which is very close to you, or some particular object that you've kept for a long time, the same stimulus goes to your brain. The brain says no, it hurts you that to give it off. That's the reason a human tends not to give off things which the person has kept close to himself or herself. Any object, a particular dress maybe, particular gift that you've kept close to yourself. So this is how your brain tells you that no, you can't give it off, and that's why we have to fight against it when you do that particular action of giving it off. How does this clutter that we say, collecting things, thinking that it will be of some use in future, keeping things that you have paid a huge amount for but is of no use, but still you want to keep it because you have paid for it. Keeping things or gifts in memories, they are just lying there, occupying space that might be of some good use sometime. But we don't do it, we don't give off things. That is clutter. How does clutter affect us? If you have too many things kept around you, they demand for attention, and that's how it decreases your efficiency. Lot of things is like, shall I do this work now? Shall I just that pile is lying down, shall I just go and check if I can get rid of it? These confusions end up increasing your stress, and eventually the efficiency that you would have worked with goes on reducing. How can we get rid of this clutter? Let's try and figure out simple small steps. First thing, decide what you need and what you don't need. Things you think you don't want anymore, just get rid of it. It might be of some good use to someone else and they can use it better maybe. Make small storage spaces so that you can arrange it well instead of having huge spaces if you don't require for that particular part of your house or maybe workspace. Also, clutter is not just physical or things. Clutter are things maybe emotional. You have grudges against someone, you have some fights, you keep collecting those. Those are emotional clutter. You need to get rid of them. Talk face to face, sort things out and get rid of this emotional clutter. Just get rid of this clutter from your life and you never know. You might just come across the door you were searching for. Go ahead in life. Thanks a lot.